What's up guys, in this video I want to share with you my honest opinion after using Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra for a couple of months. So let's begin. From design perspective, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra looks and feels very similar to last year model Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It's made of two pieces of glass in front and in the back of the device, an aluminum frame. Smartphone feels very premium in hand. Please also remember that because of a huge 6.8-inch AMOLED display and boxy design, it's pretty difficult and not safe to hold this phone in one hand, especially if you have smaller hands. Despite this fact, I have been using my Galaxy S23 Ultra without any protection. I haven't applied any screen protector on the screen and I don't use any case to protect my phone from any scratches or any damage made by accidental drops. So how does it look like after few months of such treatment? Well, I would say not bad at all. There are some minor scratches on the frame and on the screen, but it completely doesn't bother me. In normal use, these scratches are almost invisible. However, on the back of the phone, I can't see any scratches at all, probably due to the color of my S23 Ultra and thanks to matte finish of the back glass. If you are a person like me who doesn't throw your phone, use it carefully, then I think you don't need any protection for your phone. But if you put your smartphone into a pocket full of keys or coins, then you definitely need to apply screen protector and buy a case. However, in my opinion, Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is a pretty tough phone, so I'm not afraid of using it without any protection. From build quality and design perspective, I would give Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra grade 5 out of 5, with a small minus due to sharp corners that aren't comfortable while holding the phone in a hand or in a pocket. You will definitely feel these sharp corners on your leg while crouching with your phone in pocket. Now a few words about the display. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra has a huge 6.8-inch, bright and very beautiful Super AMOLED display. Movies, games and photos look very sharp and bright during sunlight and also don't burn your eyes when it's dark. I just simply love this silky smooth, colorful, Quad HD 120Hz refresh rate adaptive display. Almost a year from its release, it is still one of the best AMOLED panels on any smartphone, full stop. I just can't say anything bad about this panel, don't have any issues with burnt pixels or green lines after several updates. Nothing else to be added here, and that's it. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra has 5 camera lenses, main 200 megapixel sensor f1.7, 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera, 10 megapixel 3x telephoto lens, 10 megapixel 10x telephoto, and 12 megapixel selfie camera. Of course, there are plenty of different modes such as low light photos, expert RAW mode, scene optimizer, food mode, slow motion video and many others. This video would take about 2 hours if I wanted to include all these modes, so I will just tell what do I think about these cameras after using it as my daily camera for more than 6 months. 200 megapixel main sensor takes beautiful photos, especially during sunny days and good light conditions. I'm usually taking photos in 200 megapixel mode and sometimes switches to 50 megapixel mode. When there is not enough light, then I change to default 12 megapixel setting, use low light mode. You would probably ask why would I use 200 megapixel mode instead of default 12 megapixels like other YouTubers? Well, the answer is very simple. Photos are much sharper on 200 megapixel mode in comparison to 12 megapixels, especially when you zoom in. You can easily crop photos in high megapixel mode and will not lose any details. Normal 12 megapixel mode is usually oversharpened, but photos taken in 200 or 50 megapixel mode are sharp, but there is no over-sharpening visible in these photos. You can clearly see this, especially when you watch photos on a big screen, like TV screen. Do these photos take more space? I would not say so, especially when you switch from JPEG to HEIC. Photos are almost identical in size, so when there is not enough light, not too dark, and not too sunny, I definitely prefer high megapixel modes instead of default 12 megapixels, but when it's too dark or too bright, then I prefer to take photos in 12 megapixel default setting with HDR+ turned on and all AI features enabled in order to have better quality photos. What's even more, all 4 rear cameras are very good. I know that there are Huawei phones that can take better photos in some scenarios. I know that there are smartphones from other manufacturers that use 1H main sensor in order to capture more light in dark environment, but there are always some drawbacks in these smartphones' cameras. Worse telephoto lens, worse video quality, worse stabilization, no Google Play services, and so on and so on. There will always be a smartphone camera that can take better photos than Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, but when you look from a wider perspective, these cameras are good enough to compete with other smartphones with bigger main sensor, and if it loses, it will lose not by much, but will also win in other aspects. So to conclude, if you like punchy high resolution stills from all cameras, you will definitely love Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra camera. Oh, I forgot to say that only iPhone can shoot better videos. The rest competition is far behind Samsung. A lot of photos and videos on my channel are actually recorded with Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Do I like to take photos and record videos with this phone? Of course. Is there better camera smartphone to take picture with? Definitely. Is there any Android phone that can record better videos than Galaxy S23 Ultra? Nope. What I like about cameras on Samsung smartphones is the consistency and that almost every photo taken with this phone or any video recorded is good enough and don't need to be edited. So again, I would give 5 stars out of 5 with small minus for not using 1H sensor. A few days ago, my Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra received One UI 6 on top of Android 14, and this is a good step in the right direction. Everyone remembers time when LagViz, TouchWiz, was installed on Samsung's smartphones and it worked bad. Luckily, One UI is a much better Android skin and it works good enough. I know that again there is Huawei's HarmonyOS or HyperOS from Xiaomi that have better animations than new iteration of One UI from Samsung, but One UI 6 is smooth enough in order to compete with competition. Samsung still needs to improve its skin, but at least they are on a good track now. Thanks to Good Look application, One UI is highly customizable. You can change almost everything, starting with home screen and icon size and finishing on your quick panel. If you like to customize your phone, then there is no better smartphone on the market. What's more, there are a lot of features that are installed on Samsung phones and can't be found on any other smartphones, such as modes and routines that can automate the way you use your smartphone, such as Smart Stay, screen will not turn off unless you stop watching at it, such as S Pen tool that can be used as a stylus to write notes or remote control to take pictures from a distance, such as Quick Share QR codes that can let you share any files up to 5 GB a day to anyone by scanning QR code or sending him or her a link from where this file can be downloaded. All Galaxy devices can communicate with each other and link into ecosystem very close to Apple's ecosystem. There are so many additional features in Samsung phone. I made a lot of shorts and films about One UI features, so if you are interested in all Samsung features, please check my other videos. Now few words about battery. Before buying Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, I used S21 Ultra that had Exynos 2100 CPU. This phone was great, I also loved it, but when Samsung released S23 Ultra in Europe with Snapdragon chipset, I was shocked. For so many years, customers constantly had inferior phones, especially in battery department, and heat produced by Exynos chipsets. As I mentioned before, S21 Ultra, Note 10 Plus, Note 8, Galaxy S8 phones that I used all had Exynos processors. All of them were great, but also all of them had some issues with battery and heat. They were not overheating, but felt hotter than other smartphones with other CPUs. So after switching to Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, I can definitely say that Samsung did a great job by using Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 CPU worldwide. This made this phone feel cold and also almost never lags. It feels snappier and highly faster when opening light apps and a lot faster in opening heavier apps or games. Thanks to Snapdragon CPU, rendering videos on the go is much faster and doesn't heat up this phone. If there is less heat, then peak performance of CPU and GPU is much higher than on previous Exynos chipsets and battery lasts longer, much longer. Usually my S21 Ultra had about 4.5 hours of screen on time and 20% battery left. In the same scenario, Galaxy S23 Ultra has 6 to 7 hours of screen on time and still about 35% juice left. So the difference is very noticeable, and now I'm not afraid that my phone will die before the end of the day. Now I can't even discharge my battery during one full day of usage. Maybe if I played a lot of games, maybe if I used camera for a few hours. If you use your phone like me, shoot some videos during the day, take some photos, render some videos, watch YouTube, scroll Instagram, Twitter, reply to some emails, messages, and your screen on time is around 6-7 hours per day, then believe me, you will not kill the battery during one full day. What should also be mentioned about battery is the fact, thanks to Snapdragon CPU, smartphone is much more efficient during standby mode. My Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra usually loses about 2-3% per night, while S21 Ultra with Exynos chipset lost from 5 to 7% per night. Maximum that I had was 10% per night. Huge difference. Hope Samsung will not use Exynos chipsets on next year's Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra, or at least will improve Exynos CPU a lot and make them better than ever before. Time will tell. So to sum up, is it worth buying Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra in the end of 2023? If you don't want to wait for S24 Ultra and want to have a fast, smooth, feature-rich smartphone with great camera and best video camera in Android world with great battery life, then the answer is simple. Yes, you should buy Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra when the price has dropped by much. This is a great phone that will still be in top 10 best smartphones even next year. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one. Peace.